Thank you all so much for joining me for a 60-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutations to warm up our body, and then we will hop into our 26 and 2 yoga sequence. So for the sun salutes, come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back. I'm going to show you in periphery. Take a moment with your arms down by your sides, looking straight ahead. And throughout class, try not to anticipate, just participate, right? You have this lovely opportunity to be here in the present moment for a full 60 minutes. Bring your hands together at heart center and begin. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting the sun. Exhale, stomach in, fold forward, arms with your ears, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen into a halfway lift, hips over heels. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, hands to floor, step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor, or cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog, bend one knee, straighten the other, lift your heels to the ceiling, and then press your heels down to the floor. If down dog is not speaking to you, come down onto your knees and take a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, root to rise, lift up, looking up overhead. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, arms with your ears, hold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, hips over heels, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, step back into your high plank or tabletop position. If that lowering down motion does not work for you, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, take a vinyasa, lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, make sure your thighs are off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog or child's pose. If you are doing down dog, spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. Press your heels down, lift your hips up, look for your thighs behind you. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms with your ears, hands together, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. Last one. Inhale, lift your arms up, look up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you can step or float back, lower down halfway. Inhale, your up dog or child's pose. Pardon me, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog or child's pose. For your last down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. Keep your hands shoulder width distance, but you can separate your feet wider. That helps you press your heels down. Lift your hips up, hug your elbows in, and spread your shoulders wide. On your next inhale, look forward. You can step or float forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach to rise. Exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm-up. Now we will hop into 26 and 2 yoga, beginning with the breathing exercise, pranayama, deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Bring your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good. Inhale, chin down. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose, down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide. Look back, arms forward. Keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Thighs tight, glutes tight, stomach in. Exhale, head up. So engage your abdominal wall, slowly head back, slowly arms forward, elbows touch away from your body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. Second set, feet together, interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, glue your knuckles under your chin. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth, stomach in, eyes open, look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Full lungs. Exhale, head up for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, elbows touch, 1. Inhale, head down. Use the full 6 seconds to inhale. Take in more and more and more air. Exhale, head up. Use the full 6 seconds to exhale. Synchronize your breath with your body movements. Elbows touch when your lungs are empty. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Breathing from the bottom of the lungs to the middle of the lungs to the top of the lungs. Exhale more, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath. Second set, make it the deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padasana, half moon with hands to feet pose, feet together. Inhale your arms over your head sideways, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross your thumbs, stretch up and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. Good, and then come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, push your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line, slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows and knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Keep the weight in your heels. Push your hips a little forward, engage your abdominal wall, upper body back, touch your biceps to your ears. Push your left hip forward to get your 2 hips in line. Without moving your hips, bring your right shoulder forward. Open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. It's worth noting that I'm not mirroring you, so it might look like I'm bending to the right and pushing my hips to the left, when in fact, I am doing the opposite. You are welcome to follow my words or my body. Just know that we'll do the right side first, left side second. So here, lengthen your arms to the left, stretch your hips to the right. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back. Push your right hip forward, 2 hips in line, left rib cage forward, 2 shoulders in line. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. This is the only posture I can't show and tell at the same time. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Maybe give your head a gentle shake. Eyes open, look for the floor behind you so your eyeballs are stretching. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back, bend your total spine, backward bending, try to fall down backwards, maximum weight in your heels. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward and bring your arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees. Try to fold forward with a flat back, straight spine, hands to floor. Relax your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. It's kind of poetic. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your big toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend, very nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. That's the whole goal. Second set, standing tall. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead. Palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs. Squeeze your butt, push your hips forward, squeeze your palms, upper body back. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, slowly drop to the right as you press your hips to the left. Come down without holding your breath or making an anguished face. Throughout class, if you can do a posture, but you have to hold your breath or like tense your jaw to do it, you've gone a little bit too far. Face relaxed, abdomen in, breathing normal. Let your breath be your guide. As you inhale, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, come down, push and push and push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back. Imagine you're leaning your whole body against a wall behind you. Stretch up without coming off the wall. Slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. It's the push in the hips that drives the posture. It's Newton's third law. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. If you push your hips to the right, you will come down without collapsing. Final few seconds here. Lift your chin, lift your chest, come down, push your hips to the right, come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener. Take a deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back, and then do little sips of air off of that full lung capacity. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. Imagine you're tracing your fingers along the ceiling. If you can see your hands and your wrists are bending, hands are coming apart, straighten your wrists, squeeze your palms together, actively push your hips forward, push your hands back, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Good, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, fold. Arms with yours, hands to floor, relax your head. Go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. You've been here before. Notice what's a little bit more loose and what's still a little tight and tender. Second set, proceed accordingly. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Notice if the knees are coming apart and the hips are really starting to rotate out. Try to keep your hips square. Pull on your heels, roll your weight into your toes, and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down. So push the big toes down, push your knuckles down, push your butt up, push your knees back. Try to lock your legs. Good, change, come up, arms with your ears, knees can bend. Very nice. Arms down, and you stand a little taller. Awkward Ookatasana, step your right foot to the right, 6 inches hip width distance, insides of your feet, perfectly parallel. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, all 5 fingers together. Abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down into a chair. Feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. From here, suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in, hold it in tight, sit down more, lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there, push your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide, now come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina, playing with balance. Lift your heels, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees want to come way out or way in, point your knees forward, toes forward, heels up, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below chair level. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come just a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time, stop whenever you want to, or keep sitting down until there's a 1/2 inch gap between your hips and your heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, lift your chest, soften your shoulders, change, slowly come up, knees together, thighs together, good. Feet together, arms down, standing tall. Second set, step your right foot to the right, same footprint, hip width distance, insides of your feet parallel like an H, arms up parallel to the floor, triceps tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. Stick your butt out, lean forward, eventually thighs parallel to the floor. Once you can't sit down anymore, then you start to lift up, lift your chin up, chest up. Good, change, inhale to come up. Keep your arms there, push your hips forward. Imagine you're leaning against a wall behind you, and now lift your heels. Concentrate, meditate, don't even blink your eyes. Stretch up, bend your knees, sit down, lean back, lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, lean back into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, squeeze knees together, keep the insides of your feet parallel. Toes point forward, knees together, slowly sit down to a count of 10 in your head. The slower you do, the better you do. This is true throughout class, even in the 60-minute version, which does go fast, right? Squeeze your knees together and forward. So we're looking for these moments, even in the 60-minute version, where we can hold the posture, where we can breathe. Change, slowly come up, knees together, lean back, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing your right arm under your left arm, right elbow under left elbow, cross first of the elbows, again if you can at the wrists, palms together, thumbs towards your face. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders, give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, bend your knees, sit down into a chair, stay down there, and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg, cross twist, and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, lean your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes, sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head, left side. Swing your left arm under your right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your nose. Pull elbows down, sit down. Try to keep your hips low and bring left leg over right leg. Left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your left foot behind your right calf. On this side, bring your knees to the left and upper body to the right. You are wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle, weight back in your heel, sit down and lean back. Change, feet together, arms over your head, second set. Right arm under left arm, pull elbows down, sit down, lean back, and bring right leg over left leg. So again, we're just trying to find a moment of breath and stillness. Left hip forward, right shoulder forward, sit down, lean back, hold still, breathe, squeeze. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head. Last one. Left arm under right arm. Pull elbows down, sit down, lean back, and bring left leg over right leg. Right hip forward, left shoulder forward, sit down more, lean back, hold still, squeeze and breathe. Good. Change. Feet together, arms over your head, arms down. Party time. You can grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. No worries, Jeannie, I see you. Okay. It is so lovely to be here with all of you. Okay. Standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Jani Ustrasna. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Abdomen in, option to stay here, or as you're ready, round down, and eventually pick up your right foot. All 10 fingers interlocked up to the webbing to webbing grip. Standing legs should be solid. Concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken, you have no knee. When you're ready, inhale, breathing, slowly, gently, lift your right leg up. Stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. If both legs lock, start to bend your elbows down. Touch your elbows to your calf muscles. One day, elbows go below your calf muscles. Lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change. Slowly, reverse, out. Shift your weight to your right leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your left thigh up, point your toes, flex your toes. Keep your toes flexed back, hips forward, abdomen in. Without sticking your butt out, try to keep your hips forward and round down. So it's truly your spine moving rather than your hips. If you've been coming for a while, which all of you have, and you know your right leg is locked, inhale, breathing, slowly, gently lift your left leg up. It's a real kick. Whew. Kick your heel forward. Flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up so that your knee is over your ankle rather than your big toe. If both legs lock, start to bend elbows down, chest down, shoulders down. One day, elbows go below your calf muscles. Change, slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend, or knee bend. Second set, shift your weight to your left leg. Evenly distribute your body weight on your left foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Lift your right thigh up, flex your toes back, stomach in, round down, and pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. When you're ready, lift your right leg up. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly. Tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Good. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, contract inner thigh as well as outer thigh. Lift your left leg, flex your toes back, round down, pick up your foot, webbing to webbing grip like you're about to help your best friend over a fence. When you're ready, slowly lift your left leg up, heel forward, toes back. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and bend elbows down. Elbows go below calf muscles, slowly. Tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold and breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Good for you. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana, feet together, bring your right hand up, out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line, kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line, touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade scapula coming away from the body, kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Kick really hard. Bring the body down more, leg up more, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change slowly. Kick yourself out. Other side, bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle, right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lift your right kneecap, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your left leg back and up. Evenly distribute your body weight on your right foot without grabbing the floor with your toes. Slide your right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, left hip down. Keep your chin and chest lifted, right tricep muscle tight, all 5 fingers together. Body down, leg up, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change slowly. Kick yourself up. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right, reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot, left arm up, right hip forward, thighs together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Do the little corrections, right hip down, left shoulder forward, all 5 fingers together, big toe to the ceiling, body down, leg up, hold still, breathe, get the deep back bend. Good, change, slowly come up. Last one, left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of the left foot, right arm up, left hip forward. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So you do the little corrections, and then you just hold still and breathe. Make a shape with your body. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, left hip forward. Relax your face. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, kick and kick and kick.
Good, change. Come on up, come to the back of your mat and towel. Tula Dandasana, balancing stick. Feet together, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, and lean back. Step your right foot forward. Shift your weight to your right foot, stretch up, point your left toes, and tilt. Arms, body, head, legs, everything comes down parallel to the floor from the side. Body makes a T like Tom, but not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change. Left foot down, right foot back, lean back, step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes, and tilt. Lift your left kneecap up to the ceiling. Lift your right kneecap up to the ceiling. Bring your chest down, chin forward, heel up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath, standing tall. Second set, arms up, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, lean back, step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes, and tilt. So my hip is aggravated and I know that this posture bothers it, so I'm just going to stay in the setup. You are always welcome to do that in postures where something doesn't feel right. Just the setup is enough. One day, body down, leg up, stretch, change. Left foot down, right foot back, so a little bit goes a long way. Last one, step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes, and tilt, right? So sometimes it's good to challenge ourselves, but if you know that a posture is like bothering you and not in like a challenging way and like an ouch, ouch way, that's when it's time to ease up. Chest down, chin forward, leg up, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the long side of your mat for the separate leg series. I will continue to face you. Standing, separate leg stretching. Dandayamana, Bikapapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 4 feet minimum, big step. Arms down parallel to the floor, toes in, heels out, chest up, swan dive forward. You can grab your heels, the outsides of your feet. You can grab your pinky toes. You can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Everybody roll forward, find your edge, lift your hips up, push your knees back, lock your legs. Pull and stretch. Try to touch your head to the floor between your feet. If your head's not yet touching the floor, take a bigger step, roll forward, hips up, stretch down, one day head touches the floor. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. We're gonna flow to triangle, Trikhanasana. Push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out. Most people wanna take a bigger step. Bend your right leg and lunge. Sit as low as you can. Lean back and move your arms at the same time. Right elbow in front of the knee, stretch down, hover your fingers just between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor, don't push any weight on the floor. Look up to the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, profile of your face visible to the edge of your mat. Push your left hip forward and down. Push your right knee back with the help of your elbow, turn, twist upper body back like spine twisting posture. Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg. Right toes in, other side, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Left elbow in front of the knee, hover your fingers just between your big and second toe, look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, drop your right thigh down, push your left knee back, lift your left side torso off of your left thigh, engage your abdominal wall, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, bring your arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, flowing to standing, separate leg head to knee, Camel Ustrasna. Pivot on your heels to one side of your mat, turn your back toes in. Push your hips forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line, backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down, chin to chest, stomach in, bend your right leg, touch your knee and head together. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight to your right front foot. Lift your right hip up, press your left hip forward. Try to get your 2 hips in line so both sides of your back are rounding, stretching equally the same. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, left hip forward, left shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels to the other side of the room, uncross your heels. Turn your back toes in, Push your right hip forward, maybe left hip back, 2 hips in line. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down slowly with control. Some of these postures might feel different if you were in a non-heated room, right? Especially if you practice these postures in a heated room for a long time. This one, for example, your spine might not round as much, and that's okay. This is a great posture to compress the abdominal wall, but if your forehead and knee aren't yet touching, please don't force it. Be extra careful in this posture if you have a history of slipped discs, or if it just feels like your back is like tugging or pulling and not in a good way. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, right hip forward, right shoulder forward, full stop at the top. Good, pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, float your arms down. Remember that in all of these separate leg postures, you can always take a bigger or smaller step depending on your body proportions. Second set, stretching, arms up, step your right foot to the right, big step. I'm gonna show you from the side, toes in, heels out, chest up, swan dive forward. So folks with long legs, you might want a bigger step than folks with short legs, right? Grab your heels from behind, bend your elbows back, roll forward, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. First the leg stretching, then the hip stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead, touch your forehead to the floor, in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, try to come up with a flat back. Second set, triangle, turn your right foot out, left toes in, maybe take a bigger step depending on your body proportions. Bend your right leg and lunge. Sit down, lean back, and move your arms. Elbow in front of the knee, left arm up to the ceiling. So maybe at first it's just the forearm or wrist in front of the knee. The goal here is to get a long diagonal line from your ankle to the crown of your head. So notice if you're lifted all the way up or coming all the way down, it's this middle ground, right? Stretch the crown of your head up, sink your hips down, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2, heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. So we can all get that long diagonal stretch, even if our thigh isn't yet parallel to the floor, right? If you have tight knees or hips, like, welcome to the club, right? Maybe your thigh is still not quite parallel. That's okay. Again, just maybe the forearm or the wrist in front of the knee. Look up. As you're ready, you're going to bend your left knee, sink your right hip down, turn, twist upper body back, lock your right leg, keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, arms up, palms together, cross your thumbs, pivot on your heels. Second set, head to knee, Ustrasna. Left toes in, left hip forward. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Arms with your ears, hands together. This is a posture to go slowly in and out of. It's a rounded spine posture. You can bend your front leg. You can take a bigger step, tuck your chin to your chest, try to bring your knee and head closer together. Again, never forcing your body. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. Bring maximum weight into your front foot and press your left hip forward. Try to even out your hips. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times. Lock both legs, hands together. Change. Imagine you're dragging your forehead up your thigh, your chest. Arms with your ears, head up last. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to show you from the front. Heels are in a line, but they're not crisscrossed, right? That makes it really hard to balance. Turn back toes in, right hip forward, left rib cage back, palms together, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Chin to chest. Stomach in, bend your left leg, touch your knee and head together. Stretch your fingers forward, palms together, left hip up, right hip forward, breathe through your nose, hold still. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together, change. Biceps with ears, palms together, wrists straight, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose and Tadasana. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. This is the hip opening series. Hold on to your foot from underneath your foot with one or both hands. Touch your heel to your costume, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Slowly let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. Bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. If you can balance, left hand up. Balance happens when we have flexibility and strength coming together 50-50, right? So thigh muscles contracted and hips forward. Option to stay here or float a toe stand. Start to fold forward, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Breathe through your nose. Left hand up, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor. Lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change, right leg down, squeeze your right thigh, lift your right kneecap up, and lift your left leg up. Heel to costume, let your left knee drop. And this side might feel a little or a lot different, and that's okay. You can bring your left hand up to the center of your chest, and if you can, balance right hand up. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, try to temporarily eliminate any curvature in your spine. Option to stay here or float a toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you, don't move your eyes. Fold forward, hands to floor, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips. Left hand up to the center of your chest. Right hand up, palms together, elbows down, spine straight, come a ½ inch off your heel. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg, and then push your hips forward to reverse out. Very nice. Change left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana, head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. I'm going to adjust our camera angle ever so slightly. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together, let your toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, breathing normal. Somebody posted a quote today. They say that it is attributed to BKS Iyengar, who's like a famous yogi. I've not been able to actually discover if he actually said it or not, because that happens a lot, right? The same way that we misquote founding fathers of our country, we also often misquote yogis who founded different lineages of yoga. So I'm not positive that BKS Iyengar actually said this, but I still think it's a lovely quote. He said, pranayama, right, think of pranayama as more than an exercise. Think of pranayama as a prayer. Your breath is your life. So there's 8 limbs of yoga. One of them is the asanas, the postures that we practice. One of the other limbs is pranayama, the breathing, right? So we outwardly do 2 limbs of the 8 limbs of yoga every single time in this 26 and 2, right? 26 asanas, 2 breathing exercises, things. But just remember when you're breathing, whether it's in, pranayama or kapalabhati at the end of class, or just in your breaths in the postures, you can always think of them as more than just like exercising the lungs. You can actually think of your breath as like a gesture, an offering, or a prayer. Vujungasana, when removing pose, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin just below the knee, pull your knee out and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and breathe. Change right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down, push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands to strengthen your grip. Change left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other, give yourself a big hug for coming to class, good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down, keep your head on the floor, look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone, joint, skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. So a yogi I know often says, like, make it an offering, right? The way that you're moving your body in time and space, the way that you're holding still, the way that you're breathing, make it an offering. And it doesn't have to be like an offering to, like, a higher power, right? It can just be an offering to yourself, right? A gesture of goodwill, going inward. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top. Pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Try to keep your left leg on the floor. If your left calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, flex your left toes back to your face. Change, right leg down, bend your left leg up, pull your knee out and down. So sometimes we get so obsessed with the mechanics of postures that we forget like the intention behind them, right? So the intention here is like you're working on your digestion, it's a hip opening posture, right? Don't eventually knee tucks into the shoulder, but it doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Change, left leg down, both legs up. So even beyond the intention of like, this is a hip opening posture, this is good for digestion, right? Ultimately, that tells me like, this is a posture that is meant to like help you go about your day with ease, right? With a like relaxed stomach, right? With a strong core, all that stuff. So we can always think about that in postures, especially if you're dealing with an illness or an injury and you can't execute a posture to like the nth degree. That's okay. Just think about the gesture, the intention, the meaning behind the posture. Change, arms down and eyes open. Next, we do a straight leg sit up. If you have any concerns about your back today, please skip the sit up. You just roll off to the side and meet us on your stomach. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Turn, lie on your stomach for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra, Vujungasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Bring your feet together like a cobra's tail. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Use 100% back strength. Come up halfway only, just your belly button on the floor. The rest of your chest is in the air. Elbows stay bent and make an L, a 90-degree angle. Stretch your elbows down towards your hips and keep your feet together, toes, heels touch. Lock your legs, push your feet, hips, and hands down. Look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open. Second set, bring your chin forward, hands flat on the floor, fingers together. Lock your legs, knees, feet together, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. So, this posture, right, it's a back bend. We're starting to wake up the muscles in the spine. It's really good spine strengthener. It's good for opening through the chest. But if you're pushing yourself to a point of pain, right, the goal of this posture is to get out of pain. So just keep that in mind in your practice. You might be uncomfortable from time to time, but you're never going to a point that doesn't feel right for you. Change, slowly lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, heels open. Bring your chin forward, Loka Shalabhasana, arm straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, one day pinky fingers touch. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, lift your right leg up to a 45-degree angle, half of 90. Practice keeping your two hips in line, sole of your right foot flat to the ceiling. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes and lift your left leg up. So in the balancing series, like standing bow, balancing stick, standing head to knee, if you find that one hip is higher than the other here, this posture is a really good way to practice keeping the hips in line without having to balance. Change, left leg down, third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, mouth down, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up, come up, everybody come up, struggle a little harder, don't give up, mouth down, shoulders down, triceps tight, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Bring your arms out, look to the right, left ear on your mat, breathing in and breathing out. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, bring your arms underneath you, one day pinky fingers touch, lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. See the foot coming over the top of your head, spiral your inner right thigh up, press your hip and forearm together, lengthen to lift. Change, right leg down, relax right leg, block your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, hold still, 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, 1. Change, left leg down. Grand finale, tuck your chin and mouth down, spread your fingers wide, keep your hips and forearms together, lock your legs, point your toes, roll forward, lift both legs up, knees, feet together, soles of the feet flat to the ceiling. It's so hard. Squeeze your butt, lock your legs, roll forward, shoulders down, point your toes, lift your thighs up. Good, change, lower down, arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect, look to the left. So you release the arms from under the body, you release the tourniquet effect, fresh blood rushes through the knuckles, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Locust, pardon me, full locust, Pranayama, chin forward, arms out to the side like airplane wings, feet together, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, point your toes, look up and lift, arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off, just your hip bones on the floor, rest of your body's in the air. Look up to the ceiling where your eyes go, body knows to follow, keep your knees, feet together, lock your legs, lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the right. So the things that we say in this style of yoga, like 747 taking off, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. That's called the Bikram yoga dialogue. Sometimes it sounds like a monologue, right? At the end of the day, it is me talking. So sometimes people are like, why is it a dialogue? The intention behind it is that I am an expert in 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises, but you are an expert in your own life and how the postures feel in your body. So if something that you hear in class does not make sense for you, or you're just like, what, that doesn't make sense, please feel free to reach out to me after class. Between your expert knowledge of your own life and my expert knowledge of this yoga, we can usually find a happy medium where you're getting the intention of the posture without causing yourself harm. Second set, bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, lock your legs, point your toes, look up, and lift. Everything lifting off the floor. So at the end of the day, you are your greatest teacher, right? If something that I'm saying does not work for you, don't do it. But that being said, I might have a reason behind that you're not quite aware of, right? So if something doesn't work for you, but you're not sure why, always feel free to ask. Thighs up, knees up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down, tuck in your wings, look to the left, right here on your mat. Last posture on the stomach, chin forward, Dhanurasana, floor bow. Bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling, and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, slowly lower down, look to your right, take a breath. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, squeeze your buns, point your toes, hold on tight, look up and kick into your hands. Try to get your thighs off the floor. This posture is a really good shoulder and chest opener. It's also good for digestion, right? You're freezing between your ribs and your hips. You're strengthening your thighs, your hamstrings, your glutes, your back. Point your toes, look up, kick, kick, kick. Good, change, lower down, look to your left and let that one go. Bring your chin forward, hands on the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat. Fixed firm, Supta Vajrasana. I'll show you from the side. Open your knees, open your feet, start in tabletop. And from here, you can start to walk your hands back. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole day until one day you can sit down between your heels. Never force your body. If you can sit between your heels, put your hands on your feet, right elbow, left elbow, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, next shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. I really mean that. You want a gentle stretch through your toes, ankles, knees, thighs, and hips, but never a point of pain. Change. Put your hands on your feet. Push yourself up. Head up last. Turn around, Savasana. So sometimes when we watch naturally flexible people practice yoga, it can be easy to feel envious. But for my fellow flexi folks, you might view it a little bit differently, right? Because if you have natural flexibility, like a wide range of motion, you've probably learned by now that sometimes just because you can go to that deepest point doesn't mean that it feels good, right? So you have to be the gatekeeper rather than your body being the gatekeeper. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat, second set, open your knees, open your feet. You can keep your hands in front of you the whole time, or when you're ready, slowly walk your hands back. One day, sink your hips down, put your palms on your soles, right elbow, left elbow, head back, head to floor. Tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head. Maybe grab opposite elbow on top. Take a breath, hold still. Change, put your hands on your feet, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. So if you can do the sit-ups, but they aggravate your back, skip them, right? Or just like skip a sit-up, or just skip sit-ups for a day or a week. Just because you choose to abstain from a posture or a degree of a posture doesn't mean that has to be forever, but sometimes leaving something alone while still maintaining a yoga practice can actually help you in the long term. So just remember that if you need to roll, off to the side rather than do the sit-ups, or if you need to skip a posture, a portion of a posture, that's always okay. You can always come back to it. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Trikhanasana, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. Good, change, come on up, arms over your ears, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. So the people that I find most inspiring in yoga classes aren't necessarily the people doing like handstand scorpion. They're the people who are coming in with like a broken arm and still moving their spine, right? I'm actually more inspired by like a lack of range of motion than a huge range of motion, because at the end of the day, boy, that takes like a lot of lack of ego, right? Of like being okay with not being the best at something is way harder than being the best at something, I think, right? I mean, they both take grit and determination, but just keep that in mind. If you're ever kind of feeling like a lame duck in class, you very much inspire me. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat and towel, knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms over your head, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up, and go down. So if you're working with an illness or injury, just be kind to yourself, right? It's about the intention behind your practice. It has nothing to do with how the postures look. So as long as you're getting a good stretch, as long as you're breathing, standing tall, that's all that matters. Reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize. Change, come on up, arms with ears, very nice, arms down, turn around, Savasana. The postures are always a tool, a means to an end, and that end goal is always you, right? It's never the posture, it's always you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat, Camel Ustrasna. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, look up, lift your nose, lift your chin. One day head goes back. Option to stay here or go back halfway, freeze in the middle. When you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel. Thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. Push your hips forward, lift your chest up, relax your head back. Change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up. Head up last, turn around, Savasana. Head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. So when I was like in my early 20s, mid 20s, and had like really horrible self-esteem, I did yoga competitions, right? Because it forced me to put myself out there. It wasn't actually about the competition. It wasn't actually about like doing the standing splits. It was about giving myself a chance, right? And believing in myself. So in that way, sometimes we do use the nth degree of postures, but it's not, again, it's not about the posture, right? It's about getting what you need out of it, whether it's belief in yourself or letting go of the ego. Usually it's both at once, right? Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat and towel. If this posture bothers your knees, you can always roll up your mat. 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, push your hips forward, keep your eyes open, relax your head back. One day go back halfway, eventually grab your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside, push hips forward, lift chest up, relax your head back, breathe. Good, change, put your hands on your back, push yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. This summer, I tried to focus on balancing, like arm balance postures, because that's always something that's like scared me a little bit and I'm not good at it. And so then I just wouldn't want to do it because it would be like a bite to my ego, you know what I mean? Because I couldn't do it. So I was, again, using the postures, right? Trying to get better at the postures as a safe way to practice motivating myself at doing things that I am not good at, right? So again, it's not about the postures. It's always about you, whatever you want to work on in your life, whether it's compassion or grit or tenacity or forgiveness, right? You're using the postures as a means to that end. It's not about the postures. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the middle of your mat and towel for Rabbit Sasangasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Make L's with your hands, like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, go down, chin to chest, stomach in, forehead to knees, top of head to floor, pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. If there's a gap between your knees and head, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, lift your shoulders up, engage your abdominal wall, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up, last, turn around, Savasana. So just remember, again, like, you know, if you're dealing with an illness or an injury, if you're coming back after a while away, it really doesn't matter what the postures look like, right? Whatever it is that you're seeking, you can find it in yoga, whether it's community or solitude, an ego boost or a takedown of ego, whatever it is, you can find it within the postures. That's the gift, and it's a gift you are giving yourself. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Second set, Rabbit, knees, feet together, hips on your heels. Grab your heels from the outside, stretch out. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down, chin to chest, forehead to knees, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels. Don't lose the grip. Lift your hips up. Squeeze your heels together. Lift your shoulders up. Press your hips forward. Engage your abdominal wall. Round your spine. Good. Change. Slowly uncurl. Head up last. Very nice. Turn around, Savasana. And here's the cool thing. Sometimes you get surprised. So the thing that you thought you were coming to class for ends up not being the takeaway, right? So on the one hand, we're coming to class to take what we need. On the other hand, keep your eyes, your mind, your heart open, because sometimes you're surprised at what happens, right? Sometimes you're surprised at what you find. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. We're going to do one set of head to knee with stretching. One set, right leg out, left leg in, Camel Ustrasna. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Bend your leg if you need to. Interlock your 10 fingers, flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in, left elbow down, left shoulder down, roll in to the left. Good, change, arms up, left leg out, right leg all the way in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. If it's easy to touch your forehead to your knee with a bent leg, keep going, see if you can straighten or even lock your leg. Bend elbows down, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll in to the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down, let your spine realign and sit up. One set of Paschimottanasana stretching. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with your peace sign fingers. V for victory fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. If your legs are straight, lock your legs, puff up your chest and fold forward. Stomach to thighs, maybe chest to knees. If your shoulders are touching and your spine is rounding, roll shoulders back, press your chest forward, stretch. Good, change, stay seated, spine twist. Bend your left leg on the floor, touch your right heel to your left knee corner. Right arm behind you, left arm up, bend over. Grab left knee with left hand, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, right shoulder twist. You can keep your right hand behind you or take it off the floor, wrap behind you for a half bind. Point your left toes, keep your left knee on the floor, right big toe on the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg on the floor. You can also keep your right leg straight out in front of you. Left arm behind you, right arm up, bend over, grab a right knee with right hand. One day, hand, heel, and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over, left shoulder twist. You can keep your left hand behind you or do the half bind. Keep spine straight, chest up, rib cage open. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, twist, twist. Good. Change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. So, sometimes we come to yoga for acute butts and we leave with peace of mind. Sometimes we come to yoga for peace of mind and we leave with a cute butt, right? It's never quite what you thought it would be, but it's always exactly what you needed. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Final breathing, Kapalabhati. So we begin 26 into yoga with a breathing exercise. We end with a breathing exercise. And as Iyengar, possibly Iyengar, reminds us, right? It can be more than a breathing exercise. Your breath can be a prayer. Your breath is life. You're going to exhale through your mouth. As you exhale through your mouth, pull your abdomen in. Your stomach relaxes. Inhale happens automatic. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up nice and tall, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget why you came to class. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. I've not checked the time, but I'm sure we're a few minutes late. So if you need to leave, I totally understand. If you have time, make time. Final Savasana. Close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Take a breath. When you come to yoga, take what you need. Take what works for you. Leave the rest behind. But don't be so jaded to believe that you always know exactly what it is that you're searching for or that you're in need, right? Again, sometimes when we're just a little bit open, we're surprised at what we find. And that's really the goal, right? Is listening to your body so much, honoring yourself, your intentions so much that every once in a while you surprise yourself. And that's a sign you're getting to know yourself better, right? That's all that surprise is. Oh, I learned something new about me today. How cool is that? That's all you need. This is just a means of self-realization, right? Just of getting to know yourself a little bit better, honoring yourself, listening to yourself, setting boundaries in your practice. And then every once in a while, you get surprised and something shifts. Take a slow inhale through your nose. Slow exhale through your nose. And all is coming.